Hello Capricorn, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Capricorn is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. All right. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask that you connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Capricorn, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And a 5 of Pentacles. This is all right. You know what? I like the 5 of Pentacles. To me, it shows that things are moving, right? It shows change. It shows that there is development, that there is progress, that yes, there might be a challenge, sure, but without a challenge, there is no opportunity, there is no growth, right? So it's really up to us how we approach this challenge, okay? And this could be something to do with money, finances, could be health or wealth, could be fitness or finances, right? We've got a 2 of Wands, 10 of Wands. Oh, interesting. Oh, another 5, another 2. Interesting here. I like this. Okay, let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. We'll just put it right here. We'll put Jimbo, the Lizard King, aka Mr. Lizard, right there on top of that card. Now, we're not going to look at that card until the very end, so Capricorn, don't even ask, okay? And we're going to see if that might tie everything together, give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. But if at any point during the reading you get an idea, a sense, a feeling of what that card is, I want you to put your answer down in the comment section, okay? Let's see if we can collectively raise our vibrations, tap into spirit, tap into source. Let's start discerning this mystery card together, okay? Kind of a group exercise, if you will. But first, let's look around the room here. We've got one major arcana card, the Star card. Destiny, spiritual insight, receiving the blessings from on high. This is a prophecy, right? This is you looking up to the heavens and just being hit with this download of spiritual wisdom. Okay, this is something else. We've got fire. We've got a little bit of water here. We have our air, certainly, and we've got our earth. It's very balanced. We've got the 4 elements and ruled by this spiritual energy. I really, really do like this. Now, with the 5 of Pentacles, the first card, you're somebody who is very capable of handling your business, right? Change, I think, doesn't really bother you much. I think that you are a good decision maker. I think that you understand, well, what I said at the beginning about how challenges are opportunities, that we can't grow if we're never uncomfortable, right? This is some worry, some anxiety over physical plane matters. Material world stuff, right? Bills, right? The home, family stuff, our health, perhaps. But you are able to handle these kinds of challenges with authority, with will, with confidence, with assertiveness. It seems that you're in control. I think that you like to be in control. I think that you're very good as a leader, right? And I think you like to be a leader. But maybe not all the time, right? Because we've got this 10 of Wands down here beneath the surface. I think there is this challenge that is coming, right? Or that you might even be in the middle. I kind of think you're in the middle of it right now, honestly. And I think that you're accepting this leadership. You're a reluctant leader. You would probably prefer not to have to be the one to take charge and deal with this, whatever this or whatever this Five of Pentacles is. But I feel like you're learning. You're, like I said, you're kind of standing there, just receiving this spiritual download, right? Receiving this wisdom from the heavens. You're realizing that this is your destiny to take control of this situation. That you're the only one that can. All right. It feels like a prophecy to me. It feels like you maybe didn't want to do it. You're kind of reluctant to be in this position, although I think you're very good at it. I think underneath it all, I think you feel a little tired. This is the 10 of Wands. This is beneath the surface, so this is within you. I think inside you're kind of, well, tired of fighting, right? We all get that way. We're tired of the challenges. We just want an easy life sometimes, you know? But I think that's why I kind of say it's like a reluctant leadership kind of thing, you know? Yes, you're very tired. I kind of feel even some tension around your temples, like some tension headaches, right? Not like migraines or anything, but just like from thinking too hard, you know what I mean? Because I feel like you are very often called upon to be the leader, to take charge of things. Yeah. I feel like maybe you're a business owner. Maybe you are the head of your family. Maybe you're the head of your department. Maybe you are, a manager, a CEO, whatever it could be. Maybe just you're the leader of the band. So the decisions are yours. The leadership is yours. And the decision making, the actual air energy we see is kind of interesting because you don't make decisions kind of the way most people do. You seem to be someone that thinks differently. Right? And I don't want to jump ahead, but I like this Two of Swords down here because you're an intelligent person. You're rational, But you don't make decisions the way normal people do. You invoke this kind of higher intuition. Yeah. You, I think, are, not to sound too hocus pocus, but you have a direct connection with spirit. And I think you are able to communicate with that spirit, source, God, goddess, deity, guardian angel, spirit guides, ancestors, whatever you want to call it, universal mind. I think you can tap into something, and it's shown in this card with that lunar connection. See, there's the moon symbol right at the top there. It's not so much that you have different options and you think, okay, in this situation I can do one of two things. Or, you have different options and you try to assess them, you analyze them. Yes, you're very good at that. You are very good at that. We kind of see this here, right, with the Queen of Swords. And this is in the position of the past. Kind of, this is the old way, maybe, of separating how you feel from how you think, right? Queen of Swords, water and air. Rising above the clouds, getting above the weather of the emotions of it, right? To think clearly. To have a very logical thinking without any disturbance from the weather, right? From the clouds, from the storms, from the rain. And I think that this is very, very good skill to have. Of course, we all want that. We want to be able to look at a situation objectively, not be clouded by how we feel, by our emotions, by our desires even. I want to see things rationally. I want to just be detached from my emotions, put them over there, so I can think about what's going on here and not be moved by emotion or sentimentality, right? Very objective kind of thing. But I think what you're learning, again, that's kind of the old way. What you're learning is that there's an additional component there. That this is good, but by itself, I think, is too disconnected from reality, right? Our emotions are here for a reason. And I like that we have the Five of Cups as the future way. We kind of have to get the emotions going into this too. And I think the Star card up here at the top blends all of that together. Because the thing about this Star card is that it rules the sign of Aquarius, right? And it's one of these energies that you kind of think, well, is it water? Is it air? Is it a weird combination of both, right? So we're not separating the water and the air, the thinking and the feeling like we do here. We're combining it together into this magical communication, this download, this intuition, this like direct hotline to spirit, right? And I think this is what is informing you now. This is what's going to get you through this situation. Okay, whatever this Five of Cups thing is, you're taking charge. We've got this Two of Wands right here. You're the one that has to make the decisions. You don't like doing that, but you kind of are used to it in some ways. I think you're tired. I think you've got the headaches because you're very often the one that makes these decisions. You know, your Two of Wands here is the same Two of Wands that's right in the front of this card, and then there's all the other people, kind of the other wands there behind you. Everybody's following you. And I think that it gets a little tiring. Sure. It gets a little exhausting even, you know. But you're maintaining this connection with spirit, so you understand what it is that you must do. You understand how this is your destiny, to lead your people out of this situation, essentially. And the biggest advice, I think, of the tarot right now for you with the Five of Cups is saying, don't divorce yourself from how you feel. Don't try to split the thinking and the feeling apart. Right? We need to keep them. We need to keep the water flowing. Right? Because the water flowing, well, that's a big part of this divine energy, this blessing, this bliss, this download, this communication, this direct hotline. Needs the emotions. You've got to feel how you feel. Right? You've got to think how you think. You've got to feel how you feel. So we don't divorce our thinking from our feeling. We got to let the emotions flow. That's the biggest advice right now, at least on the path of the dove, that says if you want to have this connection with spirit and to understand your destiny and understand your purpose and understand how to get through this difficult situation, you have to feel how you feel. Okay? That brings us to the path of the serpent. And over here we've got that Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is well, it's a continuation of the Five of Cups, really, because the Five of Cups says feel how you feel. And the Two of Swords says, stop trying to split everything up into logical bits of data. Right? Open yourself up to that star energy. This is the only major arcana card here. And because it's the only major arcana, it's the single one we've got to do. I know everybody likes it, the Jing card. Anytime we have just a single major arcana, I like to clarify that major arcana with an Jing hexagram. And I know this is not the traditional way of casting a hexagram, okay? But I don't really have time to do the yarrow stalks right now. I think one day I'll get the beads out and we'll use the bead method, which I think has the same statistical probability as using the yarrow stalks, right? But I just haven't found a convenient way to do that here yet, but we will at some point. But for now, we've got the cards. And for that star energy, that's the one. Let me see if I can reach down and find where that one landed. Oh, interesting. It is 63. 63 already across. This is completion. It's not the last card, though. There are 64 hexagrams. The last one is saying it's not yet complete, right? And that's the beauty of the Jing, because there's no ending. Right? This is the card that says you've reached your goal. The very next card says you haven't reached your goal. So we continue the work. It's a cycle. It's an energy that continues to flow. right? I love that. So let's see. Already across, creating success, constancy yields a small harvest. Beginnings, good fortune, endings, chaos. Okay, so maybe we're beginning. Maybe this is kind of a, with the already across, it's very interesting because it says we're beginning. It's good to begin something, but yet it's already across. This is kind of saying that the result, the ending, is inherent in the beginning. So if you can start this, if you begin the process of overcoming this challenge, you've already won. It's almost a guarantee of your success. If you do the work, you will succeed. If you begin this, you will get across, right? And this idea of getting across really to me represents this Five of Cups, this river of water, right? Let's read the commentary on the hexagram. You have committed yourself to a transition, even if the change so far is internal. Like I said, internal, shifting from this splitting of heart and mind to now suspending our kind of rational mind, letting the feelings flow, tapping into source, into spirit, into that star energy to get that prophecy, right? Even if the change is internal, everything is in place. Create success in small ways. Attend to details, working with what you have already decided or achieved. Don't lose your path by feeling as if you've arrived already and stop progress. Keep your momentum. Keep on beginning. What is already decided and what now? Maybe the twos are talking about a decision. I think this is a decision really for you to take the lead. I think that you've perhaps already taken the first couple of steps to overcome this challenge or correct whatever this change is or whatever this movement is in the physical environment. It doesn't have to really even be anything major. It could literally be moving, right? We just see some shifting around of material things, all right? So we have to keep the momentum, right? Always be thinking of the next step. Don't worry about the goal because that is already, it's already kind of established, right? The idea is to keep moving toward it, and we can't help but to arrive there. But like it says here, don't lose your path by feeling as if you have already arrived. Very interesting. Already across. Okay, so it does say pay attention to the details, and here we've got in the environment the Four of Pentacles. This is 5 to 4, right? It's a stabilizing. We're moving from all this change, all this whirlwind of stuff, this challenge, all of this change taking place to now stable. Now everything is in balance, right? But here's where the I Ching really shows its magic, because if we assume that we've reached the goal, well, we're stopping progress, right? This is a temporary balance. This is not the end. We may accomplish the first step. We may feel like, okay, I've gotten over this part of the river, right? Doesn't mean that's the end of your journey, right? Keep your momentum. So this we have to be, we have to try to accomplish one thing at a time. So we've got this 5, we're going to make it into a 4. But I think what we're realizing, especially when we get to the 7 of Wands here at the end, is that it's not over. It's not, if you rest and think, okay, this is the end goal, like the I Ching says here. If you feel like you've arrived and you stop progressing, well, that's going to be a mistake. Okay, this is someone that gets to a plateau and thinks, oh, I've made it to the top of the mountain. You take all your climbing gear off. You just start eating all your food and drinking all your water and really celebrating. And then the clouds clear and you realize that you've still got thousands of feet to go. Okay? So here's the idea that just because things settle down, don't lose your vigilance. Don't stop paying attention. Don't stop thinking and don't stop receiving this wisdom from that star energy, right? Be discerning, be keen, be open still, because there's still more. It's once we kind of, once we stabilize the situation, then I kind of feel like we start to feel relieved, we start to feel really good about it, we start to kind of lose our focus, we're not as vigilant, we're not paying attention so much anymore, and we get ourselves into trouble. So the 4 really is saying, look, you have a particular goal, you have to lead your people out of this difficulty, get to a safe place. The 4, I don't want to mislead you, the 4 of Pentacles is a very good card. Safety, security, stability, right? The restoration of health or wealth, whatever it is that needs stabilizing. You'll get there, right? This is in the environment. This is what we're kind of working toward. But this is not the end goal, right? There's still 2 more cards. And the difficulty here, I think, is getting lost in the emotions. Just like when we used to separate our emotions from our logic, we tried to not get lost in the storm. We didn't want to be influenced by the clouds and the weather and all that stuff. But here, this is all weather. This is the Queen of Cups. This is water on water. Now, this is a lot of water where we could really sink to the bottom and not see the sunlight up. We're so far down, it's just pitch black, right? I love movies like that, but in reality, it doesn't sound too fun. Or we could use this as an opportunity to really connect with our emotions, to strive for emotional transparency, right? Since we're kind of here anyway, we've got the water started already. Let's investigate it further. Let's connect further with ourselves. Let's lift the veil here, right? With how we really feel, what we really want, what we're really trying to do with our life. It's a great time for this kind of emotional introspection, okay? And I think that when we reach this, let's say, temporary goal of the 4, when we stabilize this thing for now, maybe that would be a good time for us to really, really go beyond the veil of our own emotions. And maybe allow yourself to further feel what this was all about. I don't know what kind of situation this is. But I know that you have to connect with how you feel about it. Okay? When we get to the 7 of Wands here, to me, this really feels like a confidence. This feels like you now are, well, it's almost a restoration. Because, I said how you're kind of, you're tired, exhausted, you got this headache, this tension, headache. Well, maybe when we get to this plateau, you can immerse yourself in this water. Maybe this is a healing water. Maybe this is a hot bath. Maybe this is you taking some time to really relax, right? And maybe it's an emotional tension. I said it was maybe from thinking too much. Maybe it is from not feeling enough. Maybe this really is the crux of it all. Letting yourself feel how you feel. Maybe that's the key to you kind of re-energizing yourself, getting some of your vitality back. Because you're still being called on to be the leader here. We see that in this last card with the 7. But to me, this is kind of, this is you being ready for the next challenge. Keyword for this card is valor. No matter the odds, you're going to fight. Right? You're going to push forward. You're going to lead your people out of whatever the situation is. This difficulty, this challenge, which it is an opportunity for you. I think it's in more of an internal opportunity. I think you're going to stabilize, like whatever the challenge is, it's going to be stabilized. But there is still work that you have to do internally. Because there's going to be another challenge at some point. There's going to be another obstacle at some point. But this, I think, is the confidence that you can overcome any challenge. And I think to get this feeling back, this state of things back, I think we need to open up the flood of emotion. Allow yourself to feel how you feel. Take the opportunity to do this, right? To immerse yourself in this water energy, because I think this is healing. Yeah. And maybe the emotions have been very locked up. Maybe that's why we're kind of at the 10 of Wands here. Maybe that's why there's this tension, these headaches that I'm feeling. Could be. Let's look at the mystery card now. I wonder if that might confirm my theory a little bit, that there's an emotional blockage that needs stabilizing. Maybe we'll get a 4 of Cups here. Maybe we'll get maybe not a 4, maybe a 6. Right? Any of the 6s I think would be wonderful right now. So if you want to try to predict this card, put your answers in the comments section. I'm going to go ahead and reveal this card now. I think it's going to be a 6 of anything. A 6. No. A 9 of Wands. It's more of this fire energy. But this to me is good, in a way anyway, because it's showing that, it's kind of showing willpower, right? And I mean, I'm trying to put a good spin on this, and I'm sorry. Because I feel like there's more challenge, right? But it's challenge that you can handle. It's challenge that you will overcome. But you have to allow yourself to heal, to feel, right? So that you can be ready for the next challenge, so that you can be willing to engage with the next challenge. The 9, this is all about strength, the 9 of Wands, right? And see, even the head, with the headache thing, even the head is bandaged there. Something with the head. Despite the difficulties, you're not giving up, and you will accomplish this. You will overcome this, whatever it is. You cannot give up. You have to feel and heal, right? Restore yourself and get ready for the next one. Like the I Ching card says, it's all about the beginnings. It's all about the next step. It says already across, but it says don't ever believe yourself to be across the finish line yet. Even when you do cross the finish line, don't let your guard down, kind of thing. Don't stop paying attention. All right. We're going to do an extended reading, Capricorn. If you want to stick around, click on the link in the corner. That'll give you access to all of the extended readings, not just for Capricorn, but for every sign. Maybe cross-watch. In this case, check your other placements as well. Okay. New Capricorn readings every Thursday and Sunday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. Capricorn, I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.